Area 51 is the world's most famous secret base, but its real story starts with the Cold War, not aliens. It sits at Groom Lake in southern Nevada, buried inside a huge military range and surrounded by emptiness. In the 1950s, America needed a place to test aircraft too sensitive to be seen by rivals. So in 1955, the CIA established a secret test site here for the Lockheed U-2 spy plane. The mission was simple: build, test, and train in total secrecy, far from cities and curious eyes. Groom Lake was chosen because it was remote, dry, and naturally shielded by mountains and restricted land. The lake bed itself worked like a giant natural runway, perfect for experimental aircraft operations. The name Area 51 became famous, though the exact reason for that number is still debated. What is clear is that the label appeared in official usage alongside other names like Groom Lake. Another nickname was Paradise Ranch, a softer cover name meant to make the isolated outpost sound inviting. From there, construction began fast. Runways, hangars, workshops, and living quarters rose out of the desert. The first star of the base was the U-2, a spy plane built to fly incredibly high. During an early taxi test in August 1955, one run unexpectedly turned into the aircraft's first hop. That high-altitude testing created a strange side effect. People on the ground saw things they could not explain. Sunlight reflecting off secret aircraft made many observers think they had seen something otherworldly. Then came an even more secret program, Oxcart, which produced the sleek A-12 reconnaissance aircraft. The A-12 flew faster and higher, pushing aviation into territory that looked almost impossible for its time. To support it, the base expanded in 1960 with longer runways and larger, more specialized facilities. Inside the base, secrecy ruled everything: access, compartments, travel, and even basic conversations. Personnel often reached the site by air, helping keep the operation hidden from roads and outsiders. Area 51 was not just about flying, it was also about radar, sensors, and electronic warfare testing. Declassified records also tie the area to evaluation of foreign aircraft, including Soviet-designed fighters. Those secret tests helped American pilots learn how enemy jets behaved in real combat situations. That is one big reason the site stayed hidden. It protected technologies with direct national security value. Much of the work involved tightly controlled information where only a few people knew the full picture. Isolation mattered too. A mistake, crash, or sighting was easier to contain in a place this remote. The surrounding airspace was heavily restricted, creating a protective bubble over the entire operation. Even so, secrecy never meant invisibility. People still saw flashes, contrails, and unusual shapes in the sky. Because officials said almost nothing, mystery rushed in to fill the silence. Soon, Area 51 became tied to UFO folklore, flying saucers, and whispers of hidden discoveries. Over time, rumors grew from secret planes to alien craft, reverse engineering, and extraterrestrial visitors. One frequently mentioned rumor pointed south toward Papoose Lake and an alleged hidden site called S4. But despite decades of stories, public evidence for alien technology at Area 51 has never been verified. The controversy exploded again in 1989 when Bob Lazar claimed he had worked on alien spacecraft. His story transformed Area 51 from a secret base into a permanent pop culture obsession. In the 1990s, another controversy emerged when former workers raised concerns about hazardous exposure and secrecy. The government fought hard to avoid revealing operational details, even in legal disputes. For years, officials barely acknowledged what the public already strongly suspected: the place was real. Then in 2013, declassified CIA history openly tied Area 51 to the U-2 and Oxcart programs. That release confirmed the base's Cold War purpose, but it did not open every locked door. Today, the broader Nevada Test and Training Range still supports advanced testing and military training. That means sensitive aircraft sensors, tactics, and signatures may still be evaluated in protected conditions. If rivals learned exactly what was tested there, they could adapt their own radars and defenses. Secrecy protects not only machines, but also how those machines are detected, tracked, or avoided. It can also shield materials research, stealth shaping, and other capabilities designed to stay invisible. And beyond espionage, secrecy reduces safety risks around dangerous tests and restricted military operations. Meanwhile, the legend escaped the fence line and spread into films, television, books, and internet culture. Nearby desert roads became tourist attractions, where mystery sells almost as well as certainty. By 2019, Area 51 had even become the center of a massive viral joke about storming the base. That moment proved how deeply the site had moved from classified history into global pop mythology. But when you strip away the aliens, the real story is still extraordinary. Area 51 was founded in 1955 to solve a Cold War problem, where to test secret spy aircraft. Its famous name likely came from mapping and range designation culture, though the exact origin remains unclear. Its most controversial reported sightings were often real aircraft seen by people who had no context. In fact, the CIA said U-2 and Oxcart flights accounted for more than half of UFO reports. That single detail explains a lot. Secrecy turned advanced aviation into modern mythology. So why is so much still classified? Because capabilities matter, and mystery can be useful protection. Area 51 is where real engineering, military strategy, and public imagination collided in the open desert. The base became legendary not because nobody saw anything, but because almost nobody was told what they saw. And that is the enduring truth of Area 51, a real secret base whose silence created its own mythology.